What was that about starting on time?
All right. Hello and welcome to Empire the Lost Next, week 15.
Woohoo!
Oh boy.
How's everybody doing?
Great.
Alrighty.
Pretty good.
I've been doing pretty good.
Fuck me up. I had the worst week ever. I'm
Off.
so glad it's Sunday.
Always glad that no matter how good anyone else's week is, we can always rely on Adrian to just
I always hate everything.
bring the mood back.
Oh, it was
I
great
hate
once. Went to a bunch of pubs.
Fueled my rage. Oh,
I suppose it could be worse.
what? Alfie actually went and did something for once?
Yeah.
Oh.
I went to a bunch of like pubs and restaurants and shit. It was very nice.
Nice.
How very
Just
quaint.
He's evolving, guys. He's trying to be a human being.
Alfie
Yeah, he's trying to
2.0 evolves into alcoholism.
Jokes on you. I already have. No.
Oh, that's secret evolution.
That's too expensive. That's too
Alcoholism.
expensive for me. I can do that if I wanted to.
Like, press D.
Addictions are legitimately expensive. It's such a weird
But
concept.
that's one of the biggest problems of them.
Yeah.
So is eating healthy.
Uh.
But moving aside that from real life problems, let's get into our
True.
fantasy problems.
Away with you, doggo.
Exactly. Yeah. We're all gonna die soon.
Oh yeah, we're doomed.
So,
Let's do- Heck,
Can mine be like next week?
no. Who wants to try to do the recap from last game?
Oh
not me, I can't
Jesus.
remember it.
Not me.
Okay.
I did it last time. Nose goes.
Nose goes.
I'll try my best. Okay, so from where we started off. We started off right after we got out of the that little transporter thing with the whole lightning biz, where we were surrounded by a bunch of two-headed giants, and we thought we were all
Steve
gonna
Irwin
die.
Back from the dead.
We're
But
so much-
unfortunately, soon all the giants left after this little bell rang. We didn't know exactly what it was, so we looked around our area. We're kind of in like this little dome, little thing. So we went through. So we went through a little bit of a hallway. Looked through a couple doors. Well, actually, no, just one door. Looked through one door. We saw some chains and stuff. Didn't really see anything there. We were determining whether we should probably open it or not, but we said nah. Then we saw some little mural on the ground of some, Venus de Milo type of shit on the floor, but didn't do anything there. Then we saw this weird lever thing. Meanwhile, we are hearing also a two-headed giant coming towards us in the background. Well, firstly, we heard the two-headed giant with the dragging some sort of poor sod with him, but he went the other way. Then there was another two-headed giant, probably some other ones coming the other way, so we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with this little lever thing. But then afterwards, we kind of figured, hey, we should probably just pull it and see what happens. So with little Raya and Fayana, they decided to team up and use some rope and stuff and some sleight of hand, and were able to pull down the lever in the nick of time.
No, I decided.
And well, and then this little odd little platform thing came up, but actually came down. But we all went on it, and then at a split second when the big guy was coming around, we all started descending and just looked down, kind of confused, but then seemed to move on. Then as we went down, we saw this big, huge, like Elder Brain type of thing, but it's not exactly Elder Brain because that's copyrighted. So it's just, a little big power source of stuff and goodness and lightning. It seems to be powering the whole entire tower. Bunch of also miners of two-headed giants just digging away and doing stuff. Then we were descending. We also saw some two guards that we were about to what's the term I'm looking for? Communicate with. So Mr. Akiyama, in all of his BS and glory, decided to go full ham on the situation and was able to get us past them by by completely bullshitting in what we were there to do, in which we were supposed to be some sort of facilitators. I believe that was the term that was used. Afterwards, we went by and came across this two-headed one with some glasses and stuff, and so we decided to talk to him about exactly what was going on. Unfortunately, he was a lot smarter than the other ones, and so decided, and through a lot of awful decisions, he finally found us out. Well, didn't finally find us out. It was pretty obvious from almost the very start, but he decided to spare us in order to give him a favor in order to deal with the actual facilitators. I believe their name was. I believe that's what the name was at the very least. And that was essentially where we left off, where he gave us some sort of directions that I, at the moment, cannot fully recall. So hopefully other people can assist us in that. But I believe that was where we left off.
Stop doing that voice.
Okay.
God damn it.
It was, yeah, but that filled up most of the gaps pretty well. Golf clap for you. But as we jump into the current session, you guys are moving along the bottom area of this large cove-like underground massive cave-like thing that you're walking around the many tall spikes and pillars of this strange stone that you're able to grasp the knowledge of, that they're soul stone that these giants seem to be mining. The group in a whole still trying to gather ideas of how they're gonna make it to their destination in the quickest fashion and the safest. And with that, that's where we zoom into the party currently, talking amongst themselves to come up with a proper decision how to move forward from now.
Yeah, Adrian.
Adrian had to restart because she was still on the delay, so I told her to try doing it with no cam, see if that would help, since it seemed to help me last time.
What about the role playing? So
Yeah.
Guys, what's the plan? What's the plan?
Right. So I'm thinking that we were supposed to go up to the second level, correct? One of these pillars was supposed to send us to that. We're supposed to make our way up.
A level. I can't remember really.
Exactly. Yeah, like the
I was focusing a bit more on just trying to keep the image going, you know.
Yeah, but I was trying to keep track of his directions. It was weird. It's going by really fast. But I don't know. Should I do like a straight up magic check, see if I remember?
Not my knowledge history.
No
Yes, sir.
worries.
Yep.
I know where we need to go.
Yeah. All right.
It just depends on where we want to go. We have a few choices.
I think we should honor the deal and head our way up to find those. I am saying the right word, right? Facilitators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was facilitators, and I am an arch facilitator. Definitely. That's what we're going with.
So, are we trying to just take out the facilitators and not worry about the book? Or are we trying to get the book in addition to that? What's our game plan?
Didn't we agree we were gonna do both?
I just want to get out of here, really. Whatever works.
I mean, book can be a bonus, but in all honesty, I feel like just getting out of here would be the best plan. However, I'm a little concerned about you, Fayana, since I'm aware of your ties with at least one of the people that we would be leaving behind if we would honor this deal and just leave. So,
It's a problem with your friend, yeah.
I'm really worried. I know that they said that Ryson might not honor the deal, but if there's even a smallest chance, I don't want to just leave her behind. Not to mention there's also Bratzulian, the night cat might still be there.
I mean, if we help this guy get rid of these facilitators, maybe we could get him to help get your friends back as well. Definitely didn't seem to like the guy keeping him hostage. Not much is sure.
As from what I understand, these people, they're more or less at a stalemate, and that's why they're in their respective locations. I feel like asking them to encroach upon Riceland's domain might be asking perhaps too much of them, at least in their mind.
Seemed to be a bit more than just a stalemate.
Actually, after he said that once we deal with the facilitators, he would get us a safe passage out of here, right?
Back to Tillith, yes.
Back to Tillith.
Yes,
Well,
it did.
what if do you think the people back at the I don't remember the ones that where Raya died, do you think if we were to ask them to help us with Bryceland, if she asked, they might help?
Possibly.
Possibly.
I would hope so. They seem to be into whatever she represents or is doing.
Well, it depends how well this current favor that they're doing for us goes. Because if it turns out that this happens to cause some ill effects for them, where it turns out that it was more or less a ruse or a quote-unquote misunderstanding, that they called their bigger boss over there, if he, does something over there that causes them some harm, they may not want to give Raya another favor. We don't know. Right now, I just want to deal with this current situation.
Basically where I'm at right now.
Yes. So we should probably just get to as high a level as we can and then go from there. Did he specify what position you should make yourself, Mr. Akiyama? Because
Yes,
from what
I
I...
did.
Yes.
I'm a arch facilitator. It's not the highest, but it's pretty high up. Personally, I'd
Alright.
like to be the highest, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright.
You're my servants or something. Doesn't matter.
Alright. Well, in that case, I guess we should just start making our way up. So, Rykor, if you remember the directions that he stated, lead the way.
Right. You said up. We're going up to the facilitators?
As high
Yes.
as high as we can get to them, yes.
Okay. Then we need the eighth. The eighth.
Or
That should
something.
take us.
Mm-hmm. And if we can't get to that, just as high as we can get to.
Well, it should be directly there, but that's what he said. The Crowborn facilitators.
Right.
Which
then
one
what
of these things are which, I don't know.
Yeah, want to do a little gather information and ask around? Anyone?
Well, is there any way actually to see the difference between them?
Looking at each pillar piercing the ceiling of this domed hole, essentially, with a large, giant, glowing, purplish stone in the center, protected by an iridescent shell. Each pillar seems identical. There's really no difference among them, that you can tell at least, other than that they're all 8 put in, well, on the ground. They don't look different, so.
Yeah, I don't see any difference.
Should we ask one of the guards? Tell them that the nice man with the glasses told us to head up to the facilitators to report in.
Or we can just ask him.
I mean, it's a bit of a ways back.
Is it?
Yeah, you guys walked over here for... You're walking in a direction at the end of the game.
Yeah. For how long,
Yeah.
though?
Over an hour. Or, not
Exactly.
over an hour, it was over 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of prefer to have as little contact of these people as possible. Also,
Alright.
I can't really think of a way to ask that kind of question without sounding really suspicious.
Yeah.
Suspicious enough that even one of them would probably be able to see through it.
Right. How far away are these pillars from each other? I want to gauge exactly how long it would take for me to try and decipher each one. If they have runes on them to tell us whether it's going up to the 8th or 2nd.
Decipher doesn't work like that if you're talking about the skill.
Okay.
Decipher script is for script, not 10 pillars.
Well, I mean, if there was script on pillars to say 8th, like
Yeah,
8th
all they
floor
labeled.
pillar, second floor pillar, that's what I was trying to gauge.
You don't see any script on them, but they
Yeah.
have about a 10-minute walk gap in between each one.
Jesus. This place was built for giant people, so I guess that makes sense.
Is there any sort of pattern as to how they're laid out?
It's in a circle-ish pattern, and there's 8 of them. They all seem to be surrounding the big glowing stone in the center.
We were able to find out
Well-
which one was the first one.
Well, what we know which one's the 7th one. The 8th one, thinking logically, is to either side of it. And then if we
Think
could
they would
figure
go-
that out, then we'll
I
know.
think they would go
each one.
clockwise.
Do you think there's any, like, do you think there's actually, like, a method to this, or do you think it's just random?
I'd hope there's a method to this.
You would hope.
Yes.
I don't know, I look to Sujin, what do you think? In your knowledge of dungeons.
And he just
He like
left.
joined for 5 seconds, for like a half a second. And then he
Yeah.
left.
God damn it.
You called him
Ah.
out.
Well, while he thinks of that. Well, we're wasting someone? Oh, no, he's here. Not here. Yeah, damn it. Alright, okay, which one do we know is the 7th one?
When we came down in.
The one we came down in. So it just came from the 7th floor. Interesting. Huh. So one of these pillars was the one that we just came from?
Hey! He's here.
Just came from. We came from it.
Hey,
a
Sujin,
little
you
while
look
ago.
you look like you know a bit about dungeons. Could you
Oh
could
shit!
you determine which pillar we should go on in accordance to the seventh one right here, as I point out the seventh one that we came down from.
Yeah, just let me put him. I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah, Philip kind of just threw you into shit there. So
I am
Just
so
got
fucking.
here,
I'm so,
like,
we thought that Kelsey was the dick in the group. No, it's Philip.
I'm so fucking-
Guy hasn't even been in the call for 30 seconds. Here, make this game-breaking decision.
Yeah, do it. Do it right. If you do it wrong, we'll stab you.
Well, I'm telling you,
No.
it's not really a decision per se.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
pretty serious decision.
You guys are the worst people to jog to. All right.
Well, I mean, Such has been here the entire time. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Good point. He's been here the whole time.
Oh,
He
fuck.
hasn't been here mentally wise. He was just like zoning out into the distance.
Well,
He's
that's
like, what, huh?
Well, that's on him. That's on him.
I'm gonna fuck you guys up.
If he doesn't want to take this operation seriously, then I guess he could just stay in the dark.
I was knowledge engineering, right? Yeah, here.
Good job, fuckaroony.
This would help better if this was actually a dungeon and not a castle, so it's kind of throwing you off. Or not a castle, this seems to be the structure of some, like, allotted living space, not a dungeon.
Oh my gosh.
I know the dungeons, not castles and living spaces. I'm sorry, friend.
Fucking knowledge feng shui or something.
Well, here's the thing. If we assume that these are laid out in a logical, if we have a 50-50 shot of getting it right. If we pick right, we're where we need to go. If we pick wrong, we'll be at some sort of communication with the outside world place.
Alright, so we need to go to the 8th one, right? That's
Yep.
the goal.
Hmm.
Yes.
I would point to the one that is next on the clockwise order from the 7th. That one.
Okay.
It's either we stand around here forever or we do one.
Alrighty.
Me.
Alright, so I start walking over to that one, looking for any sort of lever or anything like that, since I don't think
They just used like a stick or something to beat on.
Right, yes, right. Like trident or whatever.
Just it.
So, how are we gonna do that?
We go onto it, we stand on it, and we look impatient.
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
Keep in mind, they're not down. All pillars are up. There's nothing to stand on.
Okay.
Oh,
Or we stand
I'm
well,
gonna take
next to it.
the pommel of my sword and just beat on the pillar like 5 times.
What are you doing?
Well, you guys aren't there yet.
okay,
Oh.
yeah, we're still walking, apparently.
Sorry.
Alright,
If
so
you're there, you would notice 2 10-foot or 30-foot tall guards with pikes or tridents with 8 prongs at the top, standing next to the pillar with angry,
Oh boy.
resolute faces.
Alright. Does there seem to be 2
And
guards
then you
at
stop
each
being
pillar?
fucking retards and remember that the guy said to go to the other one because that's the one that likes your kind.
Yeah, but that doesn't get us to where we need to go.
Yeah, but it gets you to a floor that you can actually access the people that will let you access it.
Alright, we need to
Yeah.
listen to him.
Yeah, but that doesn't
Well,
get
no,
us...
I did
Yeah.
listen to him, but everything was just going by so fast. It was just, and I haven't rewatched the thing. So
He's
unfortunately,
telling us where to go. We should
Yes.
listen to the GM.
the other one being the 6th one is what you're saying.
It was the second.
The 2nd, okay.
And just to make it not, hey, the GM told us it was bad. Knowledge roll. Wow, I remember that was a bad idea, and that we should go to the second one instead.
Oh, yeah, true. We should do that. Alright. To the second.
I'm not exactly sure how we're going to get to the 8th from the 2nd.
Well, that's why we go to the second to ask people. Or someone.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
Empire of the Lost Next, guys.
I think I get sleep. Anyway. So we make it there. Right? Well, we make it to the pillar. Right? You don't have to drag this out
You
anymore.
guys move over towards the
Yeah.
correct pillar that the person that you encountered before gave you that information to help you with your progression upwards, since this pillar had guards that seemed to be more sympathetic to your races and heights and less likely to be uptight about people of your kind walking up on them. Though before we go into complete description, just RP your way over there as I fix everybody's cam since everybody's here.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
No, that's fine, Robert. Okay, so game plan. So he said that the second the second level thing, that only so did he say only these guards are sympathetic to us, in which once we get to the second we're on our own, or was that the second level had people that we could talk to?
People on the floor. Sympathetic.
People on the floor. Okay, cool. So once we get to the second level, go around talking to them, saying that you, Akiyama, are an arch facilitator, right?
Yes.
Cool. And that we're just, your underlings? Or,
Something like that. I don't think it's a good idea to say that you're all facilitators.
yeah.
Because I get the idea that would be a bit odd
Mm-hmm.
to have a huge group of them.
Yeah, especially with this one, as I point to Sujin. So, I'm guessing that,
Yeah.
The fuck you trying to say?
You're close. You're,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
you know.
Yeah, you just can't pull it off. Doesn't fit
Yeah.
you at all.
yeah, can you, okay, so is it just, one symbol on his clothes, or is it just, the entire garb was just Dove?
It's just you seem like a priest wears red, but I have a bunch of scars of doves on my arms, so yeah.
Can you not, roll down your sleeves or something?
Yeah, but then I have the huge fucking priest things that
Called
kind of
priestial vestments. Thank you.
How have you gotten around so long if you can't even...
What do you mean? I literally dropped out of the sky I don't even know how long ago.
He means
I think he just means in
Yo,
general.
back you were
general.
back at Tillith.
Hello.
How did you walk around?
without being.
It's a good
killed.
question. Looking the way that you are, how did you get around without just being murdered by guards?
I'm very good at killing those guards.
Oh, I see.
It's
So you were
not the
just...
answer I wanted to hear.
So... So you were just in the middle of town about to kill some guards when
Well,
you
I
saw
obviously
Akiyama
don't-
being dragged into a
It
portal?
If you remember right, it wasn't in the middle of town.
Where was it then?
I don't remember. It was in a forest or something. I'm not really good with directions.
So you're saying we're going to have a hard time taking you into any city?
We're gonna have to change his clothes.
If I can get other clothes in the city, I was just right now. I don't have.
We could, put him up in rags, make him look like a beggar.
Let's do that.
Do something with his hair. Make him wear,
What's-
sackcloth.
Do you
Be
have
quite funny.
sackcloth?
I can get sackcloth.
Here, right
I
now.
don't have it right now.
Well,
Not right
that's the
now.
problem.
Let's talk about in Tillith.
Okay, shouldn't we focus on the here and now? Do you have anything
I've only really got my robes, and you're not wearing my robes. Those are
I'm
my
not-
robes.
I don't want to wear your robes.
Oh my gosh.
Should
I don't want to
you
wear
just?
your robes.
I'll just walk around shirtless if that'll help.
But then your scarves.
Can you just like
It did.
rub some mud on them for now so they're obscured?
Let's try that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna help you do it, and I'm
Alright.
gonna use the disguise roll. Oh boy! Oh, I put no points in it. Never mind.
Well, you put 1 point in it. I actually have more points in that than you do.
How many do you have in disguise? Because I got some too.
A bit.
So Akiyama moves over, and I don't know what you used to try to disguise him, but
It was gonna be mud.
Yeah,
but
we were.
I could
They were
say,
gonna
like,
eat
instead
mud.
of mud, it's like small rocks, and it just falls off.
Because 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to help. Hold on.
We're like, because we're in a tower made of bone, not mud.
There, I'm gonna help with mud. Oh, is there no mud to use? Alright, well,
You use dirt.
Dirt,
Ash,
yeah.
Or dust.
whatever the
or
hell's
whatever.
around.
and use the soul rock dust to kind of rub it into his clothing. And surprisingly enough, it doesn't work like dirt or mud. It's more like a dye as it starts to dye over his clothing.
Oh.
Oh, that's useful.
Interesting.
Do you think that'll work?
Professional grooming wouldn't help with disguise, would it?
Jesus Christ.
No, it would not.
It's probably
I don't know.
Probably a shame.
like clean it off.
What
I
the
look
hell's
over
wrong with my hair?
to.
Look over to who?
I look over to Akiyama. Does he look like a priest of Dove now?
Wait, what?
Akiyama.
It's a dove.
I mean, Sujin, right?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
why would I look like
Oh.
a piece of dove? What
Yeah.
are you doing?
I don't know. You know about religion. You're a priest.
We were trying to make Sujin not look like a priest of Dove, not make Akiyama look like a priest of Dove.
I think he was asking Akiyama if Sujin looks
Oh.
like
Yeah,
a priest
okay.
of Dove
My
still.
I
bad.
get it. It was just really
I was
weird.
confused.
Why was that so complicated?
I don't know.
The way he worded it.
Because
Yeah, it was the way you
there was
worded
Well,
it.
Adrian got it.
I understood it.
Akiyama.
Thank you.
Well, that's,
There was no pause. Anyway, so I suppose I'm
True,
looking
it was very like.
at would you want me to throw out a sense motive or a knowledge talons?
I'd say knowledge talents. So because
It's
you would
neither.
know.
It's going against its disguise roll.
Oh.
So you'd be rolling a spot.
Like a spot?
Correct.
Seriously?
Yep. It's a spot to
Oh.
notice at first, and then to continue piercing them, you could do other stuff. But then notice the disguise at the first hand, it would be a spot.
Okay, so a spot's to notice something's wrong, and then it's something else.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, fair enough.
I only have 3 points in spot.
So looking at him from like a squinted eye and kind of tilting your head, seeing him in the peripheral, just looks like a dirty guy.
It looks like
Me?
he fell in a hedge.
I take a look at him. At that 18.
Doesn't look right.
No, you don't exactly look right.
But it's defeating
Can
the
I-
purpose if you have a good spot to begin with, so...
are you trying to pick a fight with me or something?
No, I'm just looking at your disguise.
Oh my god, this is taking too long.
Well, I'm sorry. It takes like 10 minutes to walk from here to there. Oh, so
Oh,
are we at the
never mind.
pillars yet?
If you're done with this, you can be.
It'll have to do for now, unless someone has a better idea. It'll have to do for right now.
I mean, I can try my hand at
I
trying
think
to.
the original excuse is pretty good. Just pretending that he's like a traitor. You know, we got him on our side. He's gonna give us all the secret information.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Sure.
Congratulations, Sujin. You are now a rat.
Oh,
I thought better of you, Sujin.
I feel so
For
honored.
shame.
Just wait. Never mind.
What the fuck is happening?
So, big guys.
What the fuck are we doing?
No one knows anymore.
About to be rolling new characters, that's what. So, as you guys make your way to the two giants that seem to be the guards to the second pillar, as per pointed out by the other giant you guys befriended. You see them not dressed in as opulent and spectacular robes or armor, though they each have the very noticeable bone staffs with the 8 prongs pointed at the top. They seem to be a little laid back. One of them's actually leaning against a pillar, the other conversing with the slaves, our workers here, currently keeping up a conversation in their harsh language that, as time walking over here, seeing them in the distance from their large height, you could see them bellow with a couple of chuckles and laughter before pointing them off and getting them to work, and overall keeping demeanor high here as you're making your approach, eventually coming up on their feet, which easily is larger than most of the group.
Alright, Akiyama, smooth it up.
This is gonna go great.
Get no attention at all.
With clearing your throat, the one leaning on the pillar turns down and for the first time notices your approach and steps on Raya, and she's dead.
Hey.
As
Sorry, not sorry.
he looks down, a smirk going over his face, before sliding off the pillar and just kind of careening down on his butt, creating a small tremor, knocking almost all of you to your feet. Then, within that large motion, leans forward and smirks down at the 6 of you.
Okay.
I'll be knocked off my top. What can I do you for?
I need to be getting up that pillar.
Please.
Hopefully post haste.
Pretty please.
Up the pillar, eh?
Jesus Christ.
That is what I said, yes.
Can I ask the reason why?
Well, I do need to inspect the area now, don't I? I wouldn't be doing my job as an arch facilitator if I wasn't.
Kind of blinks a couple of times and shrugs. Oh, well, no, haven't met many of them on my way over here. So I was kind of surprised that I had someone, a facilitator or any of your sorts, actually come over to talk.
Not really coming over to talk, more coming to get up the pillar.
Right. Same. Say, what do you guys do up there anyway?
Facilitate.
Confidential.
Come for what?
Means it's
I
not
like it.
something.
Even I know that word.
It's not something we should be talking about with
Aw.
others. To see if anything that we do up there comes into action, you'll be aware about it. But as for now, I'm not in position to say.
He kind of frowns at that. It's like, well, that's not very nice. More people know about something, the better.
I didn't quite know about that, but I don't think that's very important right now.
Sticking together is always important.
Okay, you going to take the pillar down or not?
Thank you.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll a diplomacy.
Diplomacy, diplomacy. Oh no, I rolled a 1.
I
Oh
rolled
no.
really low.
Oh
Just
no,
maxed
it's so
out. I
bad.
just don't have very
We're
high
never
skills.
gonna get on the pillar.
I just don't have a high skill. Sadly.
I don't know if that's a good laugh or a bad laugh.
What? What?
It's just great.
What?
I don't know. Frankly.
Well, at least if we roll new characters, we'll be on Tilla, so we don't have to worry about the dark anymore. Go on,
Say
Ash.
that. Don't
What
say
makes you
that.
think
Don't
that?
say. Don't fucking say that.
As he
Don't
looks
say
at
that.
you and chuckles a bit, it's like, well, I suppose you can go up, though you're gonna have to talk to me, Ed. Can't actually let people up without someone going through him first.
Look, we've already talked to your head, alright?
Are they all a dichotomy of like sort of normal and then just a fucking dick face?
No, I
already
like this
talked to your
guy.
head. In fact, I'm talking to your heads right now.
As
Was
I
a
kind of
joke,
leans
feel
over,
free to laugh.
His other head.
As I leans over to Akiyama's like, hey, just for the record, we already got word that these people kind of like us, so let's try to keep ourselves on their good side, huh?
Yeah, but I still need to pretend to be a facilitator, and apparently they're not exactly the nicest of people.
Yeah, we can still smooth it up a little bit.
No, not me, Head. My head! He points to a familiar table that seems to be on this side as well, though this one seems to be emptied, and the person that should be seated there nowhere to be seen, as the guy kind of is like, oh, must be working in the mornings again. Well, if you head down that row, you should be able to find him.
Oh my
To them.
god.
I'm sorry. Ash, how long did you plan that for?
Plan what for?
We've already
there's
spoke to them,
different-
that's why we're here. We're here. Go up the pillar. We've gone through the proper channels.
You spoke to him.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll a deception.
Oh my god.
That's something at least I can hopefully do. At least hopefully. I rolled a 9, yeah. That's a lot better. Yeah.
I mean, the second highest you can roll.
Why didn't you say so? He says as he
Oh.
leans up.
These guys are really easy.
I love this.
Shut up! Shut up!
Taking his trident and slamming it twice as the pillar begins to shift and break and slide into the ground slowly.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna die.
Oh yeah, you're just now worried about that?
I know, I've always been worried about that.
As it continues to slide down, a period of 20 or less minutes go by before it actually makes its way to the ground itself.
Jesus Christ.
My God.
All crawling around. Just
Things don't really work very fast here, does it?
Oh, they do. They're just climbing from a high height.
Right.
This is actually the second lowest one.
That's fantastic.
Remember how tall the tower is.
This goes
Yeah.
2,000 miles up.
Yeah, well, he said.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for letting things go smoothly. It's been it's been off since we've come to this, plane. Different different one of your kind helping us in different ways, but you've got a good two heads on your shoulders. It's great. Good on you. That's one kind of just pats his chin.
Can you
Don't pat
reach
his
that
chin.
high?
no, you can't. You
Try his
wish.
ankle.
You pat his calf.
Okay.
Even
Well-
weirder.
Listen, gentlemen, you wouldn't happen to have an extra one of them tridents laying around, would you?
Oh no. These tridents are only given to our elite god. You won't expect to find any of these on anyone besides people that should be wielding it.
Like yourself.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Well, enjoy your stay there. Oh, when you get up there, keep an eye out for Hilda. She's been on a very bad rager lately, he says as he slams the trident twice on the ground, as the pillar begins to rumble, almost knocking you off your feet again, as it ascends upward.
All right.
Understood. Right, just wait till it kind of gets out of a.
Well then.
Or be easily audible. It's so far. It's so far.
Yeah.
Don't shit yourself.
Yeah. Let's try not to push our luck with these things. Let's just try to smooth up as much as we need to, and then just get to the point so we can just keep getting up here. Because these things move. It's gonna take forever for us to get to the 7th floor at this rate. 8th, right? That's what we're trying to get to.
I'm just gonna sit down. I'm just gonna sit on it.
I have to act the part.
Yeah, I get it, but I know. So apparently there's a person called Hilda that we're supposed to look out for. She's been particularly angry of late. So I guess we don't want to talk to her if we want to get through anything. Don't want to cause a scene.
It's gonna be one of the. It's gonna be one of the big guys or one of the other facilitators. Because if that's one of the facilitators, that might cause problems.
Maybe. Plus Hilda sounds like a female's name. I'm pretty sure their females are, back
You
in
did
the
say
Yes,
she-
I'll talk about.
yeah. Back in the hut thing, so that may not be one of the two-headed giants.
We're probably running up against our 5-hour window here pretty quickly.
Uh-huh. Sujin, what do you think?
I don't really have an opinion on all this. I'm just here for a ride. Like, I can't keep all these names straight. Like, there's...
It's not much of a ride, more of a. Not a ride. Not a ride.
Yeah. So, what's gonna be the game plan once we get up to this second floor? Are we gonna just go